Hombale Films brings to you Game Day. Three back-to-back matches to look forward to at the Chinnaswamy Stadium as we look at making this our fortress. From what we've seen, the boys have put the Kolkata disappointment behind them and are training with a lot of intensity and focus. Next match against the Lucknow Super Giants. Are we ready? Let's take a look. Plessy, what's been the message to the boys after the last game?
Yeah, no, obviously we want to just look at areas where we can be a little bit better. I think it's always important whether you're winning or losing. Let's just look at the areas where you feel like you can improve on, but also identify the things that you're doing well. I think a lot of teams will, after they lose, like the previous match, we have a heavy defeat. You can sometimes overanalyze things. So the importance for me is just making sure that we have the same review process on whether the first game where we were perfect, the second game where we were not perfect, is to make sure that we keep looking at the things that we did well and the things that we can improve on. So the message is pretty similar to that. The guys are very confident to try and put in a performance to put that last game behind us.
Sanjay, after a game like the last one, what does a coach say to rally up the boys ahead of a long season?
Well, we had our meetings. We knew what went wrong in that particular game. And to be honest, that knock of Shardul Thakur was absolutely brilliant because he came out and whatever he threw his bat at just came off the meat of the bat. So extraordinary innings from him. And then obviously the spinners came into play. So whatever things we couldn't execute on that particular day, especially past the 13th over, because we are in a very good position up to the 13th over. So we had a detailed review about that, as also how the batsmen can counter some of the threats that they faced in the previous game, and how in the coming games as well we'll have similar sort of bowling plans laid against us. So everybody has given a thought to it, and obviously, as you see, we are back into action, back into doing the things that we want to do, and put that in action when the game happens.
Karan Sharma, आप IPL के veteran रह चुके हो. You've played with 4 teams that's gone on to win the cup as well. What do you bring into the team in terms of talks, motivation? जब बात करनी होती है तो what do you mention?
नहीं, एज अ सीनियर प्लेयर आपको हमेशा यू हैव टू परफॉर्म, यू हैव टू गिव ब्रेक थ्रूज व्हेन टीम नीडेड द मोस्ट. तो मेरे लिए यही रहता है कि जैसे यंग प्लेयर्स हैं, उनको अगर कुछ पूछते हैं तो जस्ट नीड टू गाइड देम कि कैसे, हाउ टू कोप अप विद दिस, बिकॉज इफ फ्रॉम डोमेस्टिक इन IPL इज अ ह्यूज डिफरेंस, बिकॉज एवरी गेम देर आर सम बटरफ्लाइज बिफोर द गेम, वेदर यू प्ले 100 गेम, वेदर यू प्ले फर्स्ट गेम. तो वंस यू एंटर इन द ग्राउंड, everything goes normal for me, and that's what I told them, okay, just when you enter in the ground, everything will be normal.
LSG, they are a formidable side. What do you make of them though?
Well, they have played some good cricket leading up to this stage in the tournament, and all matches against them have always been exciting. So we look forward to a thrilling contest.
We do have a good track record against LSG. They're a new team, of course, but 2-0 is the track record. Does that do good for our team in terms of confidence?
Look, I think both the new teams have played really well, haven't they? Last year being very successful in their campaigns. So their squad last year and this year is a very well balanced squad. Obviously, when you've got a bland canvas in the auction, you can pretty much set up a team very well from a balance perspective. So they do have a very good balance side. Obviously, the pace of Wooders, they've added that this year. He's bowled really nicely. Hopefully at this ground it's a little bit different, where the ball does travel a little bit. So we'll be looking to make sure we put some pressure on him as well. But yeah, they're a very good team. As I said, they're very well balanced, so we have to be on top of our game.
return back to the Chinnaswamy Stadium और यहाँ पे boundaries थोड़े छोटे हैं, तो how do you plan on approaching the game against LSG?
नहीं, सिंपल है, नॉर्मल रहेगा, जैसे बेसिक्स रहेगा। जैसे अगर हम, जैसे हमारा फर्स्ट गेम हुआ, पेसर्स ने बहुत अच्छा स्टार्ट दिया, सेकंड गेम में भी ऑलमोस्ट सेम ही था, बट वही है कि इफ थिंग्स विल गो लाइक दैट वे, तो हमारे लिए इट विल बी इजी फॉर स्पिनर्स टू गेट इनटू द गेम। ग्राउंड छोटा है, वो तो इट्स पार्ट ऑफ T20 है, तो हर ग्राउंड ही छोटा रहता है, तो बस हम वी हैव टू बैक आवर बेसिक्स और बैक आवरसेल्व्स कि इफ आई हिट अ सिक्स, हाउ टू गेट आउट दिस बैट्समैन और हाउ टू change the ends, so that's more important to be honest.
You were on a hat trick, करण शर्मा, पिछले मैच में, और आपके पिताजी भी थे ग्राउंड में, मैच देख रहे थे। क्या चल रहा था आपके बीच में और क्या थिंकिंग थी उस वक्त?
नहीं, ऑब्वियसली हैट्रिक का तो इट्स बहुत बड़ा चांस था, पर ये कि मेरे लिए से अपना बेस्ट बॉल डालना था मुझे, मैंने बेस्ट बॉल ही डाला, वो इनसाइड लगा और बाउंड्री हुआ, बट फॉर दैट टाइम टीम नीडेड द मोस्ट दैट 2 wickets. That's more important than a hat-trick for me.
We've struggled with a few injuries, also unavailability of a few players as well. With the inclusion of Wayne Parnell as well as Vaishak, what does that add to the team?
Well, obviously it adds to the bowling department, and that is something that we've always been focusing on in the last 2 years, more so that we need to have a good, strong bowling unit, and that is the reason why you find that we continue to repose faith in our young Indian batsmen who have been with us for the last two seasons, 3 seasons, and confident about their growth. So trying to add elements and dimensions to our bowling attack so that that side of the team remains the way we want it to be.
Thanks so much, Sanjay. All the very best for the next one.
Thank
Cheers.
you.
Hombale Films brings to you Game Day.